What is up, everybody? I'm hoping you're all well, and yes, once again I am joined by James Box here. We saw two movies, as I said in my last review. This time we're talking about All the Money in the World, which starred Michelle Williams, Mark Wahlberg and Christopher Plummer. In this movie, Michelle Williams' son is abducted, he is kidnapped, and they are begging for a ransom of $17 million because they know Michelle's father-in-law is literally the richest money, not only in the world, but the richest man in history. The thing is, he's very tight-fisted, he is a bit of an asshole in this film, and again, because the trailer doesn't show too much, that's all I'm going to say about this movie. James, what did you think of All the Money in the World?
Overall, a pretty good film. A very satisfying experience. I liked it. I thought it. Yeah, both these films were pretty solid flicks, I felt.
We had a good day for films today, didn't we?
Yeah, I've never seen two such consistently good films at once. So I must say, I liked it overall. It was very, it was different film overall. The pacing issue you had with the other film wasn't here. Hostiles, yeah, because this was a bit more fast-paced, and I think it kind of needed to really, because it'd be harder to get away with it here, because you can come across a bit dry film like this if you don't keep things moving.
I didn't feel like it was incredibly fast-paced. I felt like this one moved at a nice, steady pace where it kept you intrigued.
It's got you've got a director who's a veteran. He's confident enough. He should know he should know when to get a film going. Anyway, Ridley Scott is obviously the director.
Yeah.
Who I didn't initially know was the director going in. When I saw the logo Scott Free, I thought maybe he's the producer.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't expecting a film directed by him so soon.
He did a very good job directing this movie. Ridley Scott, I think, is a fantastic director. He's had a few misses every now and then, but he has made some great movies in the past. This movie is definitely up there with one of his best, in my personal opinion. I thought the cinematography was great, the acting was fantastic. Michelle Williams Michelle Williams giving one of her best performances yet. She was outstanding in this movie. A lot of emotion to her performance. She was very raw, very powerful. Mark Wahlberg as well, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, he was very good in this. One of the best performances I've seen by him, actually. I mean, he's always been a solid actor, but he needs but it's usually when he's got a good director behind him. I just think, let's say Planet of the Apes or The Happening. I mean, they were good directors, but his performance did not stand out.
They were both good directors, but those movies were just fucking awful.
I don't know why. He
wasn't good.
It was one of those days when there's. Well, at least Burton did not get the best out of all of his cast.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Christopher Plummer as well in this movie was fantastic. Obviously, we have to talk about the controversy behind the film, that originally it was Kevin Spacey cast in this role, and due to the whole allegations that came out, I'm not going to go into detail about that. If you guys want to look it up, you can do. I'm not going to say anything, but they essentially recast Christopher Plummer and filmed all of his scenes in about 2 weeks, I believe it was, and honestly, the editing is so well done and the shots are so well seamlessly placed in the film that I couldn't tell.
Hats off to them. You wouldn't know watching the film. Say it was done in 2 weeks. I mean, he's a pro actor, so he wouldn't have needed much prepping and stuff. But to do it in such a short space of time and so seamlessly fit into the film, I think it was admirable. Really, really good.
And Christopher Plummer, of course, giving a fantastic performance as he always does. The guy is fantastic.
Him as an actor,
he's a very good actor, and I need to see him in more. But he's obviously getting on a bit in age.
An issue I have with the film is the lighting. A lot of the it was so.
It was very dull and grey.
It was not an appealing looking film. There was scenes where I'm like, well, someone would turn a light on in this room.
I'm not gonna lie. I do have to agree with you on that point.
God.
It did seem like a very dull movie, but I do feel like it fitted with the tone of the film.
It did fit the tone. Yes, I mean it's. It's a real life. It is real life that they're depicting. So
with some moments, obviously they did say at the end that some moments were dramatised for the film.
But I allow them.
But yeah, I 100% agree with you. The movie could have done with a bit more colour. Other than that, I thought this movie was outstanding. It definitely deserves the praise that it's getting, and Christopher Plummer nails it in this film, as does Michelle Williams, who was absolutely outstanding. Mark Wahlberg as well, also great. For me, I thought this movie was better than Hostiles personally. I really loved this film.
I mean, I liked Hostiles more, but there was not much in it. These were fantastic films. I mean, with this one, I felt maybe it was the case of both of them, really, but more so it stuck out to me more that I knew everything that was going to happen in All the Money in the World, but I'll give some leeway because it's based on a true story. I don't know how much was dramatised and how much wasn't.
It is a predictable film, I'm not going to lie there, but it wasn't so predictable that it pushed me out of the film. It wasn't at that point where I went, oh, this is going to happen, and when it happened I was like, oh well, I called it, and was bored. As it got to the point where something was happening, it went down a road that I maybe didn't expect to then get to that point that I went, oh well, that's going to happen. So it did have a few twists and turns in there for me to keep me engaged and invested in what was happening. So for all of that, for me, I'm going to give All the Money in the World 5 stars.
I'll give it 4.5 stars.
4.5.
It comes pretty close.
Yeah. So, All the Money in the World. Did you guys see it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks as always for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and thank you, James, for joining me on 2 reviews. I really appreciate it, buddy.
No problem at all.
Thanks again for watching, and as always, I will see you all in the next video.